The biggest mistakes homeowners make when selling their home. Welcome to the Vortex Standard, where we help homeowners make better real estate decisions through honest information, real options, and practical education. I'm Emma with Vortex REI. At Vortex REI, we believe the most important real estate conversations don't begin at the closing table. They begin at the kitchen table, where families ask questions, explore their options, and make decisions about their future. Before we begin, please remember that today's lesson is intended for general educational purposes only. Every homeowner's situation is different, and you should consider consulting the appropriate legal, tax, or financial professionals before making decisions involving your property. Today's lesson is the biggest mistakes homeowners make when selling their home. Selling a home is one of the largest financial decisions many people will ever make. Fortunately, most costly mistakes are avoidable. They usually don't happen because homeowners make poor decisions. They happen because homeowners don't have enough information at the moment they need it most. That's why the Vortex Standard exists, to help you make informed decisions with confidence. Let's look at 5 of the most common mistakes homeowners make, and, more importantly, how you can avoid them. Mistake number 1. Making a decision before understanding all your options. Many homeowners assume there's only one way to sell a home. In reality, there may be several options depending on your goals, timeline, resources, and circumstances. For some, a traditional listing may make sense. Others may consider selling as is. Some may decide to make strategic improvements before selling. Others may explore selling directly to a professional home buyer. The important point isn't which option you choose. It's understanding your options before you choose. The more informed you are, the more confident you'll be in your decision. Mistake number 2. Focusing only on the highest offer. It's natural to pay attention to the biggest number, but the highest offer doesn't always produce the best overall outcome. Take time to understand the complete offer. Consider the proposed closing timeline. Review any contingencies. Understand how the transaction is expected to move forward. Ask questions if anything is unclear. The strongest offer is often the one that best aligns with your priorities, not simply the one with the highest purchase price. Mistake number 3. Waiting too long to address known issues. Sometimes, homeowners delay making decisions because they hope the situation will improve on its own. Whether it's deferred maintenance, paperwork that needs attention, or simply uncertainty about what to do next, waiting can sometimes reduce flexibility. Learning about your options early doesn't mean you have to act immediately. It simply gives you more information and more time to make thoughtful decisions. Mistake number 4. Working with the first person who promises the most. Whether you're speaking with a real estate professional or a professional home buyer, don't be afraid to ask questions. How does the process work? What are the next steps? What responsibilities will I have? What happens if something changes? A trustworthy professional should welcome your questions, communicate clearly, and respect your decision-making process. You should never feel rushed into making a decision before you're comfortable. Mistake number 5. Making decisions under pressure. Real estate decisions often involve emotions. That's completely understandable. But pressure can make it harder to evaluate your options objectively. Give yourself time to understand the process. Compare your options. Ask questions. Seek advice from appropriate professionals when needed. Confidence comes from understanding, not from rushing. At Vortex REI, we use what we call the Vortex Compass to help homeowners evaluate important decisions. Ask yourself, what are my goals? What is my timeline? What resources do I have? What are my circumstances? Those 4 questions can help bring clarity to almost any home selling decision. That brings us to today's Vortex principle. Most costly mistakes don't happen because homeowners lack intelligence. They happen because homeowners lack information at the moment they need it most. The good news is that knowledge changes everything. When you understand your options, recognize the trade-offs, and ask thoughtful questions, you're far more likely to make a decision you feel good about, not just on closing day, but months and years afterward. And now for today's Vortex question. Have I taken the time to fully understand my options before making one of the biggest financial decisions of my life? Before making any major real estate decision, slow down, ask questions, compare your options, and choose the path that best aligns with your goals. At Vortex REI, we believe every homeowner deserves honest information, real options, and the confidence to make the decision that's right for them. That's the Vortex Standard. I'm Emma with Vortex REI. Thank you for joining us for another homeowner education lesson. If today's lesson was helpful, visit vortexrei.com for more homeowner education resources and subscribe to our YouTube channel for a new lesson each week. We'll see you next time.